question. Can you hear me now? I'm sorry, I apologize. We've had nothing but microphone troubles. Yes? No? Okay, good. All right, now I know you guys know this, but there's a part of the Mass soon after the Our Father that may seem, simple and brief, but really it's like an intricate obstacle course of social awkwardness. Do you know what I'm talking about? You do? Yes. Oh, you get a gold star or a trophy or something. That is correct. The sign of peace. It's a beautiful part of the Mass, but it can be socially awkward. It shouldn't have to be, but it is. It can be. I think we've all experienced this, right? Let's offer each other the sign of peace. So you turn to the person to your left or right, but he or she is shaking somebody's hand. So, okay, then I'll turn to this guy. Oh, no, he's too busy shaking the hands of other people around him. So you're like, okay. So it feels awkward, right? In fact, I had, years ago, I had an experience. It was not pleasant for me. It's a sign of peace. But I turned around, and this young couple suddenly just knelt down, closed their eyes, and just didn't want to interact with anybody. So I thought, okay, that was odd. Don't do that, please. The sign of peace. We're supposed to give each other the peace of Christ. Okay, it's not time to be antisocial. Jesus was not antisocial. All right. Or another awkward experience that I think we all have experienced this, where you turn around, you give the sign of peace to that person, but it turns out that person is a germaphobe. They're afraid of germs, so they don't want to have physical contact with you. So, and that's awkward too, right? You extend your hands, and then they don't want to touch you. So, like, okay. So, if you are a germaphobe, if you fear germs, or you don't want to have physical contact with people, well, then at least smile, or at least acknowledge them. Nod your head, smile. Okay. It's not time, again, as I said earlier, it's not time to be antisocial, because Jesus was not. So, what exactly is this sign of peace that we do? Well, that peace in the sign of peace is actually the peace of Jesus Christ, okay? The peace of Christ is not about world peace, okay? It is not about the false promise of security or the absence of conflict. Now, world peace is good. We need to work for world peace. It's a good thing, okay? But the sign of peace is about Christ's peace. The peace that Jesus is talking about is this rest or quiet and stillness in your heart. It is not the absence of trouble. I think I wish we but it is not the absence of trouble, but it is the peace that exists in spite of the trouble. Let's be real. We're always going to have problems in this world, right? But, we don't live in a perfect world, but we can always try to work for peace. And yes, even world peace, we need to work towards that. But the sign of peace gives us the ability to endure any challenges or any problems and challenges and whatever life is thrown at us. That's what it's all about. It is that inner confidence that God puts in our heart, knowing that He can remove any worries, anxieties, and fears. Again, despite the problems that we have in our world. That is a sign of peace. So to everyone, later on when I invite you to offer the sign of peace, I want you to turn to each other and look each other in the eye, okay? And see the eyes of Jesus in the people around you as they see Jesus in you as well. And realizing that all of you, each and every one of you, is beautiful and precious and worthy of God's love.
Hello, OLPH. My name is Mary Lynn Januszewski, and I'm the Director of Finance and Operations at Our Lady of Perpetual Help Parish in Glenview, Illinois. And this message comes to you with heartfelt gratitude and thanks for your ongoing generosity and support of OLPH Parish. This overwhelming generosity allows us to continue to serve and to minister to the parish community in so many different ways. So thank you, OLPH, for all you do. You are much appreciated.